Hey folks, this is Kelani. We're back on the patch 7.3 PTR and we're going to be looking at the new factions being introduced when you get yourselves to Argus. On one side we got the Army of the Light and on the other the Argussian Reach. The Army of the Light is basically the collective forces mounting an assault on Argus and the Legion, so that kind of counts everyone we brought with us and everyone who we find here. The Argussian Reach is made up of the locals who have managed to survive all this time on Argus, with the Legion destroying it piece by piece. They've been in hiding for the most part, but now they're prepared to help us in our final fight against the Burning Legion. Curiously, both of the faction vendors are actually located on the Vindicar, our base of operations for all of patch 7.3, which is really convenient, if I have to be honest. We don't have to take a flight path teleporter and track down the vendor every time we want to buy something, which I both kind of like and dislike. The lazy man in me loves it, but the wannabe role player is screaming for a more suitable location for the natives' emissary. No matter what we would wish for, they're both on the Vindicar. So, let's have a look at what's on offer from the Army of Light. With no reputation, the only thing the Army of Light will supply you with is a beverage which makes your character glow and gives you a little bit of extra light. At least we won't ever go thirsty in a dark cave. At Friendly, any jewel crafters will be able to purchase the new mass prospecting design, which allows them to mass prospect the new Imperium ore. Honored unlocks access to some item level 900 gear. Currently we only have a cloak available, though I wouldn't expect to see much else added here with all the other gear catch-up mechanics coming with patch 7.3. Revered is where you start to get quite a few extra goodies. You'll have access to the new Boon of the Lightbearer's Shoulder enchant, which allows you to find Primal Sargerite while finding monsters. That's the new rare bind-on pickup crafting material, just like Blood of Sargeras, so I assume quite a few people will be running this shoulder enchant for a while. And you also gain access to all of the rank 2 recipes for all of the crafted gear coming to professions in 7.3. Right now we still only have a few slots for each profession, so we'll have to see whether or not the amount of recipes will increase, and if they do, whether or not those rank 2 scrolls will also be added to the Army of Light vendor. I imagine the Army of Light Exalted rewards will be very popular indeed. The first is something we've known about for a while, the Lightforged Warframe. You actually get to run around in one of these for a few quests on Argus and can summon it as a powerful ability throughout the questing experience. The mount will set you back 500,000 gold before reputation, so when you do eventually reach Exalted, it will only cost 400k, which is still a pretty penny, but ultimately I think it's going to be worth it. There's also a new infinite Augment rune available at Exalted, which might actually be more popular than the mount. That's going to be a must-have for any raiders for sure, and will cost you 40,000 gold when you hit Exalted. That's going to save you quite a bit of gold if you're someone who was buying up runes for your raids. And the new faction wouldn't be complete without a new tabard. The Army of Light tabard is pretty cool. I'm sure it will go really well with some paladin or priest transmogs. On the other side of the Vindicar we have the Argussian Reach vendor. Sadly, there's no freebie drinks from the Argussians, but we do have some more profession bits and bobs at Friendly. Enchanters get the Chaos Shatter formula, and Scribes will be able to mass mill the new herb, Astral Glory. At Honored, you can buy a new campfire toy and an orphaned Marsul companion pet. When you get yourself up to Revered, you can upgrade your Flight Master's Whistle to work on Argus, summoning a Crokal Tunneler instead to take you to the nearest Lightforged beacon, so you can get back to the Vindicar easily. You can also pick up the new Boon of the Steadfast Shoulder enchant, which allows you to find the new Veiled Argonite currency while killing monsters. That currency can be used to purchase 9-10 gear tokens, so you're going to have a hard decision to make on some characters, more Primal Sargerite or more Veiled Argonite. Exciting stuff. There's also the rank 2 recipe for the new Alchemist Stone available at Revered. When you finally manage to get up to Exalted, there's a whole bunch of goodies waiting for you. There's a new tabard, obviously, which looks pretty cool in contrast to the Army of Light one. There's a whole stable of Ruinstrider mounts of varying colours. They're the new Talbot models, which I'm looking forward to adding to my collection. And there's also a rank 3 recipe for both the new Healing Potion and the new Alchemist Stone. All in all, it's definitely got some pretty desirable rewards. So the rewards are definitely there. These reps will be worth grinding out, but how exactly do we do the grinding? I'm not too sure you're actually going to be allowed to grind all that much, honestly. The main two sources of reputation seem to be the story quests, which take you through Argus, and then the world quests, which unlock after you go through those story quests. Each quest or world quest will award you with 75 reputation. There's world quests for both the Army of Light and Argussian Reach throughout the 3 zones, so be sure to check which world quest is for the rep you want before you go out and do it. Or, just get them all done and work on both reps at the same time. I imagine that getting through all the story quests and completing all the world quests that pop up for a few days will get you a lot of reputation, so you shouldn't have to work all that hard to get to Revered, and it's probably just a slow march from there with more world quests to get to Exalted. There are 2 more sources of reputation, but they're not going to be as reliable as the quests. You can get reputation tokens from new class hall missions, which work exactly like how the other reps worked, and you just need to be lucky enough to get the right mission. Definitely not reliable. The other source is actually from emissary quests. There's going to be 2 new emissaries added into the rotation, 1 for each of these 7.3 reputations. So basically, if the emissaries come around and you're doing the world quests already, you just get a bonus 1500 reputation, which should give you a good kick in the right direction. So, taking on these new reps shouldn't be anything too new. They're working more or less exactly like every rep has worked so far in Legion. I'm really excited for the rewards this time around. That infinite rune is going to save me so much gold. But that's our quick preview of the new factions coming with patch 7.3. If you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or hop on over to Discord. We have a server at discord.gg/Kelani. Great place to come ask questions or just hang out. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.